Rock, paper, scissors, the intro?
I'll do the intro.
You want to do the intro? Or do we want to do a special guest intro again?
Do you want to do the intro?
No.
What?
Okay.
Bye.
First, wait. Do you not say says shoe?
Huh? No, I didn't want to stumble over my tongue.
You don't say says shoe? You raised by animals?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of the Nebula, we are proud to present to you your number one podcast team in the world. Is I, Sebastian Bonet.
Your boy Tone from across the hall.
And it's your boy Law.
And we are the nerds of the round. And we are back. And joining us again is artist extraordinaire, painter. Introduce yourself, miss.
Aries, AYM Expressions.
There you go. So, guys, what are we talking about today?
Women in media and comics.
So, just jump this off. I mean, by the time it's come out, the Black Widow trailer is already, a lot of people have seen it. And obviously, we've got controversy already surrounding this trailer because people are controversial, as always.
For fat shaming?
How do we... Yep.
Yo, like...
No, because they're like, it's too late to be coming out with a Black Widow movie. Like, shut up, guys.
That's not
It's
that is
never
not
too
the
late.
flack they are getting.
Oh, what's the other flag?
The flack is that they're fat shaming Red Guardian.
Oh.
Yo.
It's 30 years later. Like, really?
Yeah.
Because people don't.
His thing
Catch
was...
me 30 years ago.
His thing was, yo, I still fit in the suit.
Yeah.
If your boy still fit in the suit, he still fit in the suit.
I mean, like, who hasn't said that?
like...
I said it yesterday in the pair of jeans I got in. So, there you go.
You know? I mean, like, people have been going off about this fat shaming. They did with Fat Thor. I'm like, okay, well, you know, narratively it made sense. And then with him, it's like, he's been retired for X amount of time. You tend to gain weight
Right.
and
It
stuff.
happens.
He's not, you know...
Just
David Harbour being David Harbour with a dad bod.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I thought everyone loved that.
How do we all feel about the trailer, though? How do we feel about this coming out?
I want to see it.
Oh,
I'm gonna see it, yeah.
There we
So,
go.
it wasn't where I was like, oh my God, hyped about it. But I was like, yo, I'm definitely gonna see it. Like,
Maybe the new trailer will get me, like, hyped. Because I agree with you. I didn't get that hypeness, but I was like, I'm definitely going to go see this.
right.
I, from what I'm gathering from it, and I didn't read the comic book, so do not fault me, people. At least not this particular one. But from what I gathered from what they were talking about, because, you know, she always talked about how when she got with S.H.I.E.L.D. was like her first family. But I'm like, you've had to have learned these skills from somewhere with that red room and everything like that. I think this is like the family that she picked up while she was there, is the way I gathered it from looking at it. I could be wrong.
I think that is the case.
No, I think
Yeah.
that, yeah, I think
I'm
you hit the
point.
point. There you go.
Yeah, like, if you had told me in 2008, in 2019, Rachel Weisz, Salma Hayek, and Angelina Jolie are going to be in superhero movies,
Never guessed it.
I would tell you to go yourself.
Yeah.
Never guessed it.
Well,
Never.
I think they saw something in terms of I mean, we had a little bit of that in Endgame when we kind of saw like female Avengers assemble. I mean, I want to ask how everybody felt about that scene because I thought it was pretty dope. And then like all the female actresses, and not just in Avengers, we're also talking about we'll get into like the CW shows too and how they have this whole camaraderie too and all that. But it's like this next phase is setting up a lot of main female superheroes. So like I said, we may see the replacement Black Widow because obviously, you know, cis, and I feel like that's what we'll get. We got now Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and then She-Hulk. And then we still have what they said is Thor. The next Thor movie is pretty much going to introduce
Jane Foster
as Thor.
Yep, we're getting more leading role for Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Which is really awesome. Yeah, and I don't even know how good the movie's going to be because I still think it's going to be a little, like, stupid, but you have Birds of Prey coming out. And which has 3 leading women in it.
No, but it's like it's I think it's awesome that Harley Quinn is popping out with her movie and everything because Margot Robbie really, really loved this character. Margot.
Everybody loves her, yes.
But no.
Whose man's is this?
I always felt like this because you're bringing up Batman, bringing up Superman, and that's the one thing I always felt that was wrong what DC did is that you always associate DC with Batman, Superman, but you always forgot about Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was one of the big 3 of their characters. And believe it or not, when they did the Wonder Woman Wonder Woman movie finally, it did better than that Batman versus Superman BS and anything before that.
It was bound to.
Yeah.
It was bound to because it was not only needed, but it was done so well and so thoughtfully. You know what I mean?
Directed by a woman.
And it was on time. That's what I said. It was on time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And even when she showed up in BVS, she still fit and she worked and she was the best thing in that movie.
Yeah.
Which also now leads into the next segue. It's like, how some guys direct women, and I want to get everybody's opinion on this, because like what they did in was it Wonder Woman, like when they showed the Amazons were showed case completely different. In Justice League, that someone had pointed out that they were a little bit less clothes on them in Justice League, and someone had pointed on that.
And like Justice League Unlimited or something. I don't know.
Justice League the movie.
Oh, I don't
recall.
Do you feel that that's something that because like we also talked about it too during our time of watching Game of Thrones, how they couldn't write woman when what was it Brienne Tarth all of a sudden just became this
sobbing mess when Jamie left.
Yeah, it's like,
I mean,
do you think there's some people who
I mean, to the example that you spoke to for Justice League, I don't remember it enough for me to give a comment. Because the Amazons,
everybody deleted.
They literally use the Amazons as red shirts.
Yo. He's not wrong.
No, he's not. He's not.
Not even a little bit.
Oh my God.
I mean, but they're not though.
No, they're
the complete
badass.
opposite of red shirts.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, like the equivalent of a lot of the male directors directing women is what like most of the now community considers how video game developers like design characters for video games, especially like women, their armor, their clothing. Like there was a big fuss about the new Mortal Kombat that they were more clothed, and everyone tried to like throw a hissy fit. It was like we're not a sex like kind of porn game. Like we're a fighting game, and she's a fighter. Like why would she be like in a bikini?
But yeah, no, I totally hear you. I mean, I remember Ubisoft got into trouble for one of their Assassin's Creed games, and they asked him why. They asked them why why they couldn't do any of the female assassins. They had said something about bullshit about the development and the characters and the female's body, and people gave them a bunch of crap for it.
No, I remember.
Which is now, if you notice the new Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you're able to choose the gender of your character.
Okay.
I remember they gave what was it? Who was it that did Overwatch?
That's Blizzard.
Blizzard, yeah. They gave them about the pose that Tracer was doing. She had a little bit of too much jiggle on the butt.
Too much butt and too much jiggle when they did the pose and the turn. And that got a lot of gripe and grief, that kind of thing.
I hate to say, but this is the world that we are in right now. I mean, I don't condone it. If you go on Instagram, how many Instagram models you see on there with so they're sitting also trying to, I guess, gear it towards that. Like I said, I don't agree with it, but that's pretty much what it is.
It's what sells.
Exactly. And booty cheeks sell.
Listen, to be fair, I'm gonna dress all my companions like Lydia from Skyrim and just dress her in mismatched armor that I can't carry. That is a really big trope and thing that just has been since like the 90s, like super.
Don't even get me started on the 90s.
That's what I mean, like
super hypersexualized characters.
Yeah,
they haven't slutted out the princess from Super Mario Brothers, right?
Did you miss?
Did you miss the internet?
Yes.